Mhm. So what do you do as CEO to develop your mindset?
So I think lots of reading, lots of mentorship, constant mentorship, lots of listening and learning to people in different spaces. It sounds crazy, but things like watching YouTube videos, TikToks,
Yeah.
it's super important. You've got to understand that people are putting out, as thought leaders, putting out different content on different areas. Sit down and look at it. Some of it might be clickbait or might not be amazing, but pierce through that. There's amazing stories and resources available. We live in such an incredible generation, and we're so lucky that you can pull your phone out, you can go on TikTok, you can listen to the best minds in the country, in the world, and what they've done. You can hear their stories. 50 years ago, 100 years ago, how would you have done it? The only way is maybe reading a book back then. Read, find your way. Some people love reading. They can read a book every 2 days. Other people don't. They're just not their way inclined. So find your thing. Listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, whatever your thing is. But just be constantly learning, constantly taking in more information. Wherever you're at, challenge yourself to push yourself to another level. So that's my thing. Now in December, I had a little bit of a break off working. Every single day, I was either listening to a podcast, reading a book, sitting on the beach with, something in my ear, listening to some of the people that I think are mentors for me or people that I want to aspire to be. Listen to them, hear their stories, hear their journeys. You'll take out little nuggets there and bring it back into your organization. Teach. Every single Friday, we spend an hour to an hour and a half teaching the whole team, working with the whole team. And it's not necessarily exco teaching. Any employee, come and tell us what you learned. Share a risk moment with us. We believe at Sourcefin that the only way we can take this company forward is if we're all working together and we're all learning together. If you make a mistake at Sourcefin, it's something for us all to learn. Why did you make the mistake? Let's sit down, let's fix it so it never happens again. Have we ever done a deal that we didn't get our money back? Of course we did. But let's learn how we did it and let's make sure that can never happen again. We're not putting you up to, embarrass you in front of your peers. We're saying to you, we together as a team want to learn what was the risk and how could we mitigate it, and put it to the table, put it to the floor. Guys, anything we could have done differently, learn. As a CEO, I'm not the only one that can come up with these things. Everybody in the company, I need to listen, I need to learn. So that's my biggest thing. I think I listen, I learn, I try to interact. I try to make people feel that their voice is heard, because it is heard. I take it so seriously, anything that I hear somebody say, especially our staff, because they're speaking from a place of, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm seeing. And if you can't listen to that as the CEO, if you think it's just your way or the highway, you're never going to take your company forward.
I love the fact that you mentioned TikTok, YouTube, and all these things. So I was looking at my sister's TikTok. It's got all the people that are dancing, singing, and all those things. And I asked her, I'm like, is this all you watch on TikTok? She's like, that's all there is on TikTok. So I take my phone. I'm like, let me show you what's on my TikTok. So on my TikTok, obviously it's business people, it's speakers. And she said, how come? And I said, it's because of the things that you constantly like on TikTok.
The algorithm.
So the algorithm, right? It will give you what you're constantly looking at.
For sure.
Do you think that in life, there is such a thing as the algorithm of life, where like is attracting like all the time?
It's an unbelievable thought, and it's something I haven't thought about like that, but I think it's so true. You are the sort of creator of your own algorithm, right? So do you want to go and watch dance videos? Do you want to go out and is your interest drinking, partying, taking life 1 second at a time? If it is, guess what? You're going to meet those same people. If you're trying to get yourself into a position where you say, guys, go out and have fun at the party. I'm staying in tonight. What do you mean, Josh? Why aren't you going out? Guys, we've got an exam in 2 days' time. I want to finish the best way I can finish this degree. No, but it's a cool party. You're going to miss it. Great. Enjoy. They'll go out and meet their people. You working, applying your craft, making sure you get there. Your own algorithm is going to introduce you to those people. And that's how life works. You have to put yourself in a position. How do you meet these incredible people? How do you know them? How do you network? Only way is to be impressive. Why would somebody like that care or want to even listen or speak to you if you don't have your own things to stand on? So for me, absolutely. I've never thought of it like that, but you're the creator of your own algorithm and you can change your algorithm. Today, your algorithm might be on dance videos, but go out and change it. Make it something different. Go out and see what you want to be. But I love that idea. I really do.
So do you think it's something that you can push into spaces that you get into where young people truly understand that and they can then start intentionally changing that algorithm? And if they can, how do they intentionally change it? I mean, you've got people in your organization. Perhaps some of them, they don't even know that they're actually in charge of their algorithm. How do you then make them aware and that they can be intentionally changing it?
So it's a deep question. It's a tough one because you're right. And sometimes it's a maturity thing, and sometimes people need to learn it themselves, you know? So, and I think a hard thing is when people don't necessarily see it. They don't understand it. You look at a friend, why do things always drop for him? Why does everything just work for him? He's just that guy. You know, everyone thinks,
why does he always attract the best stuff?
How does it work? This guy always, everything he wants, he just finds a way. And I think it's just about having the mindset to say, nobody's a victim. You can't sit there thinking things always go wrong for me. How come it just works for him? This guy just finds a way. Probably that person that you're thinking of is doing a lot of things behind the scenes, building the algorithm, taking chances. You see a business, you go, this guy's so successful. He's made so much money. Maybe he had 9 businesses that failed before their 10th business. You just don't even realize. So it is hard, and people need to come to that realization on their own. That's the truth. It's very hard to make somebody, to force them. It's hard to take them there. I think it's something that I'm hoping comes with a bit of maturity and people look at. Maybe if you're listening to this podcast or, you know, you're thinking about yourself and you're not where you want to be, don't write it off. Don't be upset. You see your cousin or friend or brother that's doing so well. Just take an honest look and say, are they doing things? Are they disciplined? Are they working super hard? Are they taking in information? Am I doing what they're doing? And if I did fail, what have I learned from my failures? What can I improve? Have I really given this 100%? And how can I build my algorithm? Start from scratch. Literally, new account. You've deleted your old TikTok account. Start today. What do I need to do? Go into somebody that you look up to. Go and see who they follow. Go and see who they interact with. Go and get an idea. And I think you'll find very quickly that that whole concept of building your own algorithm, you can always, it's never too late. You can always start, and you can take it from tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Start fresh and build it. But I think discipline and having that self-awareness is very, very important.
Yeah. Is there a link between spirituality and success?
It's a tough one. Look, there probably is. For me, it's difficult because I've got my own journey in terms of my own spirituality, where I want to be. I find that my success in terms of my professional career and everything came at a time when my spirituality was probably where I'm the furthest away from it, which is just something that I need to work on in my own time. And I mentioned to you earlier, like places I want to be at 35, 40, 45. A big part of that is from a spiritual perspective, where do I want to be at? Can grow a lot as a professional, but am I growing as a person spiritually, religiously? Am I there for my family? All of those things. So it's a hard one for me because I'm probably at my best professionally, but at my worst spiritually as a person at the moment. So it's a difficult one for me. I know it's a deep answer, but it's a difficult one for me at the moment.